Believe it or not, this is the perfect weather to start growing your seedlings outdoors using the winter sown method. Hi, I'm Kylene and I'm the Provident Prepper. It's late January and now is the time to get your seedlings started using the winter sown method. In this method, we take the seedlings and plant them in milk jugs and leave them outside. It's the perfect way to grow strong, healthy seedlings on a budget. It really is the perfect time to start your cold weather seedlings outside, even though it's the end of January and snow has covered the ground. I use a method called winter sown or winter sowing. And pretty much what it is you take these old containers, right? Juice bottles or milk bottles, ice cream jugs, whatever you want. And I cut them. I like to leave it hinged and I put drainage holes in the middle. Then I put some nice potting soil in here, but nothing that has fertilizer. Some type of seed starting mix is ideal. I fill it up, I sprinkle the seeds on it, and then I'll close it up and I'll tape it shut, and I just stick it outside and it'll get snowed on, it freezes, it rains on it. I will watch to make sure that it doesn't dry out, but most of the time it's just fine. You do not want to put the cap on because that ventilation is one of the things that keeps it nice and safe. Now, sometimes with winter sown, the seedlings won't emerge right when you think they should. And that's just fine because what the seeds are doing is understanding the weather outside, and as soon as it's safe for them to emerge, they sprout and they do really well. Today, we're going to be planting onions because they are one of my very favorite cold weather crops. And this last year, I ran out of onions before the winter was over, and that made me really sad. So this year, I need to grow more onions than I did last year. In this video, I'll take you through the process and show you some photos from winter sown in years past. I've got the milk jugs filled with the moist potting soil. It's really important that it's moistened first for the seedlings to be able to have the very best chance that they can. Then I have my onion seeds. All of these are going to be onions because we really like onions in our house. I am going to just take these onions and sprinkle the seeds over the top. You can go and buy packages of onions that are started, and then what you do is you just pull them out of the package and you plant them individually. I think that's the best way to get high quality onions. And this is the least expensive way because I'm making those packages right here, all on my own for significantly less money than I would have paid at a local nursery. And I get to choose any variety that I want to have. Once we have those seeds in there, this is actually my seedling mix. You can just put potting soil back on the top of it, right? Without fertilizer. If you have fertilizer in it, it's going to damage your seedlings. But I'm just going to put a nice little layer. These are only supposed to be buried like an 1/8 to 1/4 inch deep. So we don't want very much soil on the top. And by putting this seedling mix on the top, they don't have to really fight to break through it. So I'm hoping that'll be good. Totally don't have to do that. I just have the seedling mix left over from last spring. As soon as it's planted, I'm just gonna lock these babies up. We're going to take stretching tape and we are just going to seal them shut. We don't want any air to penetrate on these sides, so make sure that you tape it up really well. Only place we want air coming in and escaping is through the top. And then these are yellow onions. It's always important to label, and then the date that I planted them is January 25th. Nice and labeled. This is all ready to go outside. This is such a simple, easy, inexpensive way to start your seedlings early. One of the things that I have noticed with using the black Sharpie is sometimes before you're ready to plant them out, this will fade away because of being in the direct sun. So you may want to do something a little bit different, but for me, it's worth it. It's so easy to do it this way. Okay, so this is a really good place for them every year. We put them right here underneath. These are black raspberries, but this is a south-facing wall. We get some pretty high winds here, so this makes it so that these won't blow away. But they also get the little benefit of the additional heat of this outside wall. And we just stick them right in here. Once these black raspberries start to leaf out, I will move them forward. But for right now, this is pretty much the perfect place for them. Finished our first round of winter sowing for the season. We ended up with 18 jugs. And we will just tape these up and set them right outside. Well, the dog mutilated this one pretty well. Here's all the dirt from the last jug the dog got. Jenny, don't you even think about it. Don't you even think about it. So what are you waiting for? You can start your own seedlings right now in repurposed containers that are completely free. All it takes is a little bit of good soil, seeds, and you'll be ready to go this spring. Winter sowing is one of my very favorite ways to start my seedlings because it's January and I can start my cold weather crops and just put them out there, let nature take her course, and they will be ready when it's time for me to transplant them into my garden. And now for the question of the day. What's your favorite way to start seedlings in the springtime? Comment below. And thanks for being part of the solution.